Okay, we're going through the 2 cones at the end, and we're actually going to cross the access road towards the upright red and white barrier by the bus stop on the other side this time.
So straight over?
Yeah. And once we're in the parking area, the other side, we're just going to hold it there. So it's pretty much as soon as you cross the second dotted line, just stop the car there. Okay. That'll do, just stop a second. Okay, you're going to do 2 sessions on the circle during your outro, but here comes the first one. And I just want to try and achieve a couple of things for you this time. The first is just to get you to feel what understeer and oversteer are like in this car. The second is to get you thinking about a little driving habit that you quite possibly have. Have you done any kind of continuation training since passing your test? Okay, so you might still do what you originally taught to do. And when we are learning to drive, we're all taught to accelerate gradually through a corner, aren't we? Now for normal driving, great, because we do that, particularly in a rear-wheel drive car like this. Well, under acceleration, the back of the car is going to squat down slightly, good traction so the car feels nice and planted in the corner. I just want you to feel what happens if we do that at the limit of the car's adhesion. So if we go out onto the circle now, we go between the 2 blue and white cones, and then we're going to go around clockwise, and we want to be kind of midway between the 2 sets of water jets here. In fact, midway between these 2 white lines. Same slippery surface we were braking on, so nice and slow now. Now, all I'm going to get you to do in a moment, Trevor, is just to very gradually start to accelerate around the circle. We don't want to spin the rear wheels up, so all you're doing is just the gentlest of squeezes on the gas pedal so the car is just starting to pick up speed. And you can start to do that now. Very gentle acceleration. That's a good rate of acceleration. Keep the speed building like that. Stay this side of the white line there. Keep the speed building. Keep it building. Keep it building. That's it. Okay, can you feel the rise just starting to get a little bit much? Can you feel that? Come off the pat.
Yeah.
Just come off the pat.
Starting to slide.
And the car settles down again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It started to slide, hadn't it? Do you think that was happening at the rear or the front of the car then?
I would have thought that was the rear.
Now that's not an unreasonable supposition given that this is a rear-wheel drive car. However, surprisingly, the lumpy feeling we got there was actually the front starting to give way.
Right, okay.
That was understeer. All modern road cars are designed to understeer initially at the limit. Understeer is a front-wheel lateral skid. You're trying to turn into the corner. The car doesn't want to turn as much as you do, so we're pushing to the outside of the road.
Goes outward slightly, yeah.
But it's a relatively simple fix, isn't it? So if we lift off the power, the car settles down. Your Brava will do that. This does it. Even an all-wheel drive car will do the same thing because we get initial understeer. Okay. We're only doing 18 miles an hour on this surface when the car starts to lose grip.
Right.
You imagine that happening at 50 to 60 on the handling circuit and things might not be quite so comfortable. So maybe gradual acceleration all the way through a corner, not such a good plan after all. Okay, what about hard acceleration? Give it a boot. Go on, give it a boot. Now, what's just happened there? Off the power and do it again. Okay, what's going on there?
She's back wheel slide now.
Absolutely, that's power oversteer this time. Well, yeah. We've got 460 rampant horses in this car, all trying to escape through the 2 rear contact patches. You go opening the stable doors too wide, they bolt. And that was what you could feel happening there.
Right.
Now, you were easily able to correct the slide that time. Low speed, ESP's on.
Yeah.
ESP's job is just to close the stable doors again before too many horses escape. But the harder you make the horses gallop, or the faster we're going, the longer it'll take to do that. So again, if you boot it in the middle of the corner out on track, we won't get an easy escape like that.
No.
So would you not agree, based on what you just discovered there, that any kind of acceleration at the wrong point in a corner is likely to cause us problems?
Yeah.
Okay, just bear that one in mind when we do get out onto the track shortly. One more thing to do now. I'm going to get you to get the car to understeer again in a moment. So this is the gradual acceleration one. Now the thing is, today you know the car's going to skid. When we're driving normally, we're not expecting it. So most drivers, even if they feel the lumpy feeling, won't know what it is, so they won't pay any attention to it. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to ignore the lumpy feeling and see what happens next. So, yeah, you've got the acceleration starting. That's good. Just keep the speed building. The first thing you'll notice is we're getting the lumpy feeling earlier than we did before.
Yeah.
We haven't got it. Yeah, we haven't got ESP to filter it out this time, but we're going to ignore it and we're just going to keep the speed gradually building. As you do that, you will feel the car progressively destabilises. In a moment, common sense will prevail. Any moment now. And there we go. Congratulations, you've just stacked £55,000 worth of car travel. Was there anything that surprised you about that though?
No, I was ready for it.
Were you?
I
And
knew
why
it was
did we
gonna go.
crash?
Oh, we're over the white line.
Yeah, we've crashed. Well, we're facing the wrong way,
Right.
we're not moving anymore, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I was expecting it because we are on a
Yeah,
skid
but...
track.
Okay, just turn us round.
Okay.
Just come off the lock stops for me, that's it. Just, we've got ample time. We're just going to exit there and we'll have a little bit of a chat about what really went on there.
Okay. Which one am I going over there?
If we go up
Over
past
there.
the barrier, and then you'll see there's a drain right in the middle of the area here. We just park with our nose over the drain there. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So, what I was trying to get you to remark on there was that one moment we had understeer, and the next moment we had oversteer.
Yeah.
We crashed through oversteer, not through understeer.
Yeah, because I steered that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what
Okay.
caused it to spin?
Well,
So
no,
tried to
you
compensate
were trying to correct
Trying to
a change
compensate
in
it,
skid there. But the thing is that you'd normally expect us to get oversteer when you accelerated too hard. But we didn't get it through acceleration, did we? When did the car start to oversteer?
When I braked, I think.
No, you didn't touch the brakes.
When I decelerated.
Yeah, when you came off the power. Now that's called lift-off oversteer. And as a fan of Top Gear, that's a phrase you've heard bandied around
I
loads
have,
of times.
yeah.
Well, that's what it feels like. All that happened there was when we got to the point. You remember how I said that common sense will prevail any moment now?
Yeah.
That was when you lifted off the power. Because you realised you couldn't hang on to the
No,
car
it
anymore,
was
it wasn't
sliding,
turning.
yeah.
So you came off the power,
And
the
it
car
just went
slowed down.
Yeah.
No surprises yet, but as a byproduct of slowing down, we transferred weight off the back of the car, which had grip, onto the front, which didn't. So that's why you get the change between those two skids. Now, it's quite gentle and progressive on there. On tarmac, that's a snap out, just like that. And in the UK, 40,000 of us crash every year at corners because we make that mistake. So all I wanted you to get from that is if you're ever driving your Bravo and you feel that lumpy thing, it's much more obvious on tarmac than it is on there. Ignore it at your peril. Deal with it before it becomes terminal. You might have ABS on the car, but you haven't got ESP.
So you have to ease off
As
straight
soon
away.
as you feel it, don't delay. The other thing that you might like to consider is that we're going to go out onto the track now. If you pitch the car into a corner too fast and then have to lift off mid-bend, guess what's going to happen?
It's going to skid out.
Yeah. Now we haven't got that much room there. We're quite close to some of the barriers.
Okay.
So a little bit of food for thought for you there. Okay, we're going down onto the access road now.
We're in?
Yep, you're clear to go.